boxing team from Tajikistan, buying a round of, well, it's not a buy in a round of 60-40, won by walkover over David Sharma of DR Congo, and then a unanimous points decision victory over the tournament #2 seed Christian Ndlovu of Zimbabwe. It was incident-filled because he injured his leg at the end of round #2, and for a man who pivots in the pocket as effectively as he does, it made it a rather difficult third and final round. And you can see that heavy strapping, well, I can see it here from ringside, heavy strapping on the left knee, of Shukurov, because that's when he injured his leg at the end of round #2. And this man's movement is a key part of his repertoire, able to pivot in the pocket, spin off the line without conceding ground. And so it was a really dramatic round 3, and it's not allowed to wear the brace that he's come into the ring with. The K-tape still in place, so the referee asking for the opinion of the doctor once again, but the knee brace or the knee strapping not permitted. The K-tape is permitted. So what an opening.
Round 1.
To this contest. It's a bout between boxers from Spain and Tajikistan. It's the round of 16 in the 75-kilogram middleweight division. And the man wearing red is Sergio Martinez, 23 years of age and a front foot pressure boxer. The man wearing blue couldn't be more different, because the southpaw, who is the 2024 Asian bronze medalist down at 71 kilograms, he likes to remain just on the edge of range, score with accurate counters, and then spin while remaining just on the edge of punching distance. But is he going to be able to execute that tactic when he's got that injured left knee and the support wrapping that was in place has been removed by the ringside doctor here? So you can still see the K-tape peering from beneath the left leg. But if he is a lame boxer up there against a puncher of the caliber and precision of Sergio Martinez, well, those two things could combine to produce a very difficult mix for the man in blue. Nice left cross to the body from Shukurov. That same shot reciprocated from the backhand of the orthodox boxer. And his movement's not as smooth as it was, and that's understandable. He's still favoring that left leg. Looks as though he can't put full weight on it, and if you're going to pivot and spin, then the ability to transfer weight through the foot is absolutely vital. Scoring left jab from Martinez. But he's keeping his composure in the face of his opponent is Shukurov. So this, an example, a little less smooth of the type of bout that Shukurov likes to produce. Seldom retreats to the ropes, always in the space of the ring, and spins around the clock face, both clockwise and counterclockwise. Nice 1-2 combination to the body. Now he changes direction. It's a very exciting skill to behold, because he always appears to be there to be hit, but his timing is such. Wasn't too far away there, Martinez, with a shot upstairs. But patience, a real hallmark in the work of boxers such as this. And Shukurov executing it incredibly well on the elite stage of IBA 3-round boxing. So the first round in the book, and I'm just looking at how he's walking back to the corner, appear to be freely enough. Rafael Lozano was the man on the perimeter of the boxing ring, 2-time Olympic medalist for Spain, now part of their coaching setup. There's an example of the pivoting and punching from Shukurov. I happen to think he's done enough to take the round, but how will the scoring judges see it? Well, it's a 3-2 split in favor of Shukurov. Judges 2 and 3 preferring the work of Martinez.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So we move into the second round. Sergio Martinez just looking to pick up the pace a little bit against an opponent whose movement may be suspect, because you can see it when he's forced to move laterally and not just spin in the pocket. It's not as smooth as we usually associate with Shukurov. And Martinez, recognizing that he may have a man who's just laboring in his movement slightly. Can he continue to apply the pressure? He's going to have to be sharper with his punch, picking the net. And he normally is, but that was a rather agricultural roundhouse right swipe. Can he maintain the front foot pressure? That's a cracking left cross, and again, twice in quick succession from Shukurov. But Shukurov retreating to the ropes more than I've seen him in elite competition. Still keeping his wits about him. But remember, Martinez packs a punch. Beautiful left hand from off the ropes. Bobbing and weaving, slipping and sliding, while still counter-punching. Right hand got through from Martinez, but Shukurov just seeking to tango his way back to the space of the ring. Now that rabbit punch to the rear of the head has forced the mouthpiece of Shukurov to come out. Again, he's still not walking totally freely, the man from Tajikistan. So he's going to be spoken to about keeping the mouthpiece in. And I think, well, Martinez wrapped him on the rear of the head with an illegal blow. So it's becoming a little more challenging now for Shukurov, because Martinez has picked up the pace. Hitting on a break from Martinez. So rather than just being able to pivot and pirouette on the edge of range and in the pocket, he's finding himself pinned against the ropes here now. And again, the left leg injury. To what extent is that hampering his ability to compete? He's trying to put it to the back of his mind. He's keeping a poker face. But movement, such a key part of his repertoire. And you can see that he's not able to move around the ring with the usual smoothness that is so associated with his skill set. Counter left hands to the body once again as Martinez continuing to press. And he's still doing an outstanding job moving laterally, both left and right, as he spins off the line with a check southpaw right hook. Both men exchanging shots to the body, and a pecking left cross gets through to the chin of Martinez, who loaded the right hand but couldn't pull the trigger. So remember, the first round was scored in favor of Shukurov on a 3-2 split, but with Martinez forcing the action a little more and getting busier, he made life very difficult for Shukurov during the course of that second round. It's going to be interesting to see how the judges score this one. Had his successes, but he didn't have nearly the amount of successes as he did in the first, and that is because Martinez, to his credit, implementing the tactics that the corner gave him, and he picked up the pace.
Seconds out. Your third and final round.
So into the third and final round we go, and I've got a feeling that this contest is in the balance after 6 minutes of boxing, because surely Martinez did enough to take the second round. And look at that, the man can't hold his boxing stance. Left hand not too far away. Martinez will have noticed that. It's the left leg that is the problem. You can see the strapping around the knee. He came in with a compression bandage over it of some sort, and the doctor took a look at it and removed it from his equipment. But he's gamely standing and fighting. Check right hand, but it lands with the inside of the glove to render it a slap rather than a punch. Martinez's gloves wiped clean because he was forced to touch down. And Shukurov may well be forced to stand and fight here. Still clipping the advancing Martinez. Scoring with effective shots to the body once again. Martinez comes back with a left hook to the head. Left hook was a scoring shot from Martinez as Shukurov turns the ropes and then scores with a left cross to the body against Martinez. Bobbing and weaving, slipping and sliding from the waist. Shoulder into the face of Martinez from Shukurov. That blow on the belt line. So credit to Shukurov because he really is biting down and fighting through literally the discomfort that he must be feeling on that injured left leg. Martinez takes the left hand to the body. His boxing stance becomes disorganized. Rabbit punch from Shukurov. And now just disregarding the discomfort that he's feeling and letting his hands go on the inside, resulting in these trade-offs in the space of center ring. Neither man particularly accurate, but this one becoming a close range affair of a contest that is in the balance. Remember, Shukurov edged the first round on a 3-2 split. Martinez must have taken the second because he picked up the tempo over the course of the second round, recognizing that his opponent was inhibited by that leg injury. But here in the third, rather than retreating to the rope, Shukurov is standing his ground. He takes a left hook upstairs during the course of a trade-off. Snaking left cross is an eye-catching shot, and look at that, just a semblance of the movement that he normally produces, but it was effective still as he spun off the line. Terrific two-shot combination from Shukurov, who's pushing Martinez back in the closing stages of the round, lands a final right hand, and I happen to think that Shukurov has done enough to take that third round, but what say the judges? What impact will that have on the contest? Because he bit down on the mouthpiece, stood his ground, and went toe-to-toe with Martinez. Mindful of the power, but not able to implement his usual tactics of pirouetting and pivoting. And I think this is a really creditable, commendable performance. Remember, if it's a 3-2 split, we're going to bout review. But I think that the man in blue has done enough to win the final round. What say the 5 scoring judges? It's incredibly close. Remember, it will go to evaluator and observer here ringside, and the scores are taking a while to be tallied up. We could have some interesting scores returned, because remember, in the event that it comes down to it, we go to the realm of preference. If everything's tied up, then it will just be the preference that could determine the outcome. Empirically on the scorecards, the man in blue took the first round 3-2. The man in red responded to take the second by picking up the punch outputs and pinning Shukurov to the ropes for large portions of the round. But in the final round, Shukurov, well, you see him pounding his chest where his heart resides, and I think he showed an abundance of that quality in the third and final round. And wonderful to see that respect between the two. Oh my goodness, this one is taking a while to resolve. We could be entering the realm of preference to determine the outcome. Maybe seeking some divine intervention now is Martinez. Both boxers will be replaying the contest in their mind. Could I have done anything more? None other than a man who features prominently at IBA World Championships. Roy Jones Jr. has stated in quite chilling fashion that he would, during the course of his career, rather have been knocked out than lose on points, because he said if he's lost on points, that means there was something more he could have given. Are these men thinking whether they could have given anything more in pursuit of victory here? My goodness, what do we have here? Which way is it going to go?
Ladies and gentlemen, after a bout review, your winner by split decision. In the red corner,
oh, and it's Martinez.
Spain, Sergio
Martinez has taken it on the narrowest of margins by bout review. An incredibly close encounter sees Sergio Martinez go through to the quarter-final stage. He was edged in the first round. He took the second round, and despite conceding the third round, we went to bout review. The observer and the evaluator were split, and it is Red who has got it by the narrowest of margins on a 4-3 verdict. As we take a look at some of the action, an incredibly close affair, but it's Martinez who goes through. And Shukurov, the current Asian Championship bronze medalist, eliminated. One of those bouts where it's a shame that either man had to lose. It was incredibly close, but it's Martinez who has prevailed in a hard-fought, incredibly competitive affair.